After a few weeks of watching some Robin Williams movies that I have never seen before, we're finally back watching them, the ones that I know, these are the ones that I grew up with. We're in 2000, like, what, 6 or something like that? So it's, we're getting to the ones that I grew up with. I was born in 2001, so this is about the time that I was like, oh, it's kind of funny. I don't know, it's weird revisiting this one because it's one that I grew up with and I haven't really watched it. I remember all of it. Like, it's exactly how I remember it was. Nothing changed from my childhood memory for this one. Today, we're talking about RV. RV was released in 2006. It was written by Goff Rodke and directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. Cool name. And no spoilers, but the general idea is about Robin Williams, who's stuck in this family that he loves, but he's having a hard time with work because they're not treating him well, and he's got this big merger with this big company happening, and he's nervous about it. And his boss tells him to cancel his trip to Hawaii. He has to be in Colorado, I think it is, next week, so they can present at this big merger event. So, to cover up for this, Robin Williams decides to take his entire family on a road trip to Colorado instead in this big RV, and misadventures happen, as with every kind of vacation movie. It's kind of like, oh, things are bad are going to happen, and it's fine. And this is by no means like the first vacation movie. It's not. It absolutely is not. However, it is the first one that I watched when I was a kid. This introduced me to the vacation genre, and like it or not, the vacation movies are a genre. Like, they exist in their own little bubble of movie. You can't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm right. And this one's funny. I mean, Robin Williams is really good. Josh Hutcherson is hilarious in this. I think JoJo is really, really good as well. It's a funny movie. It's really funny. There are some issues I had with it. One, the Gornickes are annoying. They're like this rival group that Robin Williams' family has to deal with. And they're supposed to be annoying, and I get that, but I just found them overly annoying to the point where anytime they were on screen, I just didn't care anymore. And they tried to get you to care by having Josh Hutcherson and JoJo have kind of flirtatious romance kind of feels, vibes with their family, and it didn't catch for me. A lot of the mother jokes didn't land very much for me, but Robin Williams is in his element here. I mean, he is just family comedy is what he does, and this worked really well for him. As for the directing, the writing, I mean, it's just generic. Anyone could have written and directed this. I mean, it's just, I don't even know how long, this is going to be a short review, because there's not really much to say about it. It's RV, if you haven't seen it by now, I mean, that's crazy. You should, because it's a staple for me. It's a movie that I grew up with. It's like Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's this is a movie that I know. It's comfort for me. And it's funny, but it's not great. I mean, it's very generic and kind of dull, but it's got that family element in it, and by the end, you're like, I like this movie, The ending was kind of interesting to me. I didn't remember the ending, and it kind of ends abruptly in a really weird way. It kind of ends on a happy but also unhappy note. You don't know what's going to happen. And I kind of liked that. Honestly, it kind of surprised me. I was like, oh, that's not how I remember this ending, but okay, I get it. But it was a fun movie to watch. I'm happy I watched it again. I'm going to go ahead and give RV a B. Have you guys seen RV? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but feel free to check. I have it on Blu-ray. I mean, it's probably super cheap online. I'm sure you can find a copy if you want. But yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts. It's just kind of it's a funny comedy, but it's not elite or anything. You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Leave a like if you're interested, and share with your friends. Helps me out a whole lot. And subscribe so you can find your next movie on Robert's Reviews.